We sometimes think of the Buddha's path as a one-size-fits-all program, a single set of rules and techniques that everyone is meant to follow in the exact same way. But if you look closely at the scriptures, you see the Buddha acting as a master physician of the mind. He was a brilliant psychologist who prescribed different practices for different people. To a person obsessed with their physical beauty, he might recommend meditating on the unattractive aspects of the body. To someone consumed by anger, he would teach the cultivation of boundless loving kindness. This principle of skillful means, of tailoring the practice to the unique needs of the individual, is a cornerstone of Buddhism, and it reaches its most sophisticated and personal expression in the Vajrayana tradition of Tibet. Hello, and welcome back to the Mindful Compass. Building on our last discussion about Tibetan deities, today we focus on a very specific and central figure in a practitioner's life, the Yidam, Tibetan, Yidam, a personal meditational deity, a figure that becomes the core of one's practice. This raises two profound questions. What is the specific function of a Yidam? And, in this vast pantheon of enlightened beings, how is one chosen? The answers reveal a path that is deeply personal, psychologically astute, and powerfully transformative. First, what is a Yidam? The Tibetan word is wonderfully descriptive. Yi means mind or mental, and dam means to bind or commitment. So a Yidam is an enlightened being that you bind your mind to. It becomes your personal link to the state of enlightenment, a divine role model. But its function is much more active than that. A Yidam is not a patron saint or a god you pray to for worldly favors. A Yidam is a being you practice becoming. In the meditation practice known as Deity Yoga, you visualize yourself as the Yidam, embodying its perfect form, reciting its mantra, and identifying with its enlightened qualities. The purpose of this is to systematically transform your own mind. You are essentially overlaying a perfect, enlightened template onto your ordinary, confused consciousness. This process directly transmutes your own poisons, your negative emotions and habitual patterns, into their corresponding wisdoms. So, how is the right Yidam chosen for you? This is perhaps the most crucial point. It is not a DIY practice. Imagine your core spiritual obstacle, your deepest neurosis, whether it's anger, pride, fear, or grasping desire, is a specific and serious illness. You wouldn't walk into a vast pharmacy and just grab a potent drug off the shelf because you like the color of the bottle. To do so would be ineffective at best and dangerous at worst. Instead, you go to a skilled physician who can listen to your symptoms, understand your unique constitution, and provide an accurate diagnosis. In Vajrayana Buddhism, the qualified lama or guru is this physician of the mind. After a period of getting to know you and your unique karmic and psychological landscape, the lama gives you a prescription. That prescription is your Yidam. It is the specific, potent medicine, the precise form with the precise qualities that is perfectly tailored to cure your specific spiritual illness. A person with deep-seated anger might be prescribed a wrathful-looking Yidam, not to express more anger, but to transform the raw energy of that anger into a powerful, discerning wisdom. It is a profoundly personal and skillful process. The Yidam practice is a powerful antidote to the modern tendency of spiritual shopping. We often drift from practice to practice, picking what feels good or seems attractive at the moment, without going deep with any one thing. The relationship with a Yidam requires commitment and trust. You commit to this one practice, this one form, and you trust the wisdom of the lineage and the teacher who prescribed it. This focus allows you to go incredibly deep, rather than just skimming the surface. Furthermore, it is a path of radical transformation, not just placation. It's not about feeling calm all the time. If your core issue is fear, your practice might involve identifying with a form that helps you meet and move through that fear, rather than just covering it with a blanket of temporary peace. It's a direct, sometimes confrontational, and incredibly effective method for rewiring our deepest emotional and cognitive patterns. While receiving a Yidam is a practice done with a teacher, we can all engage in the crucial first step, honest self-diagnosis. Here is a reflective practice to help with that. 1. Sit in honesty. Find a quiet moment and sit comfortably. Let go of any ideas about who you should be. 2. Identify the dominant pattern. Ask yourself with gentle, non-judgmental curiosity, what is the main emotional flavor that repeatedly causes suffering for myself and others? Is it a flash of irritation, a subtle arrogance, a constant grasping for more, a deep-seated insecurity? 3. Acknowledge and accept. Don't try to fix or change it. For a moment, just acknowledge it. Ah, this is it. This is my pattern. Feel where it lives in your body. 4. Inquire about the antidote. Now gently ask, what is the direct opposite of this pattern? If it's insecurity, the antidote is unshakable confidence. If it's irritation, it's boundless patience. Just hold this positive quality in your mind as the potential medicine. This honest inquiry is the ground from which a truly transformative practice can grow. The Yidam is far more than a beautiful image. It is a living prescription for enlightenment, a sacred mirror that reflects not who you are, but who you have the potential to become. It is one of the great skillful means of the Vajrayana path. The practice reminds us that the path to awakening is not always about generic solutions, but about finding the precise, personal key that unlocks the unique door of our own heart-mind. What does the idea of a spiritual path being prescribed for you, rather than chosen by you, bring up? Please share your reflections in the comments below.
If this exploration was helpful, please subscribe to the Mindful Compass. May you have the courage to diagnose your own heart and the wisdom to find the right medicine.